Number 55, Bentley Gonzalez. Number 56, Camden Robichaud. Number 58, CJ Plaisance. Number 60, Norbert Rojo. Number 63, Brian Buzigar. Number 66, Johnny Baxter. Number 70, Ryder Ducey. Number 75, Bentley Griffin. Number 78, Freddie Zabala. And number 79, Russ Leger. Managers for the Lions are Dawson Boudreaux, Emmanuel Gisclair, and Hayden Wynn. Head coach of the Lions is Coach Derek Brunet. Assistant coaches are Scott Chauvin, Don Sudi Banos, Brandon Foray, and in the booth,
and welcome. We are live here at South Lafourche High School Memorial Stadium. Casey Gisclair here. We are going to be rocking and rolling with some middle school action tonight. We've got Golden Meadow taking on the Raceland CUBS, which should be a fun matchup here on Coastal Broadcasting and KLEB. Coach Brian Kale is out in Tennessee, and he is going – I'm going to be flying solo. We're supposed to have Coach Brett Crosby. Hope he's feeling well. Got a little bit of a sickness going on there. So we're going to be flying solo tonight, and we are looking forward to a fun matchup between the Lions and the CUBS here on KLEB. It's a Golden Meadow team riding high, fresh off of a scrimmage. I guess you could call it victory against LCO. They won the live quarter 12-6. And then in the controlled portion, they gave up a score, but it was a good showing nonetheless for Golden Meadow. For Raceland, they lost in their jamboree to Lockport. Now, usually you would say, well, that's a little bit of a surprise. Well, Lockport defeated E.D. White yesterday, so maybe not as big of a surprise after we see that result last night with the big upset with the Pirates getting the win over the Cardinals. One thing about Raceland, and we had their head football coach and athletic director, Alan Wiltz, on today, not a big roster. Numbers in the mid-20s. Golden Meadow has far more players than Raceland does, and we'll see if it's a close game late, if the Lions could use their strength in numbers truck as we bring Truck to the fold here. Because Golden Meadow's got a roster of about 45-50, Raceland in the 28-29 range. Golden Meadow certainly has more than they do on a hot day.
Well, wear them down. That's Golden Meadow's task, is to wear the – is it still the Raceland CUBS?
Raceland CUBS.
Wear them down. They don't have the numbers, but they've got good size. They like their line, but I think Golden Meadow's got the numbers, and they can get those players in and out and stay fresh.
Coach Derek Brunet was telling us on Inside Tarpon Athletics, he said, man, I like my offensive line. And then Coach Easerman was telling us the same. They got some big boys. They got some kids that could really push that pile, and it'll be interesting to see if Golden Meadow tonight can control the line of scrimmage, or on the flip side, if Raceland could get on the outside. It's a old school matchup of power versus speed tonight, and I'm interested to see which skill is going to prevail over the other.
Did Derek indicate how many players are playing both ways?
For Golden Meadow, a handful. Now, Coach Wiltz on the flip side said, hey, we got a lot of them. He said they got a bunch that are going two ways. So, again, we'll see endurance. We'll see if stamina will be a factor on it. It's not a crazy hot day, but it is muggy, it is humid, and we'll see if conditioning will be a factor in this one.
Just looking at Golden Meadow run their offense at the 10-yard line going in, they, like he said, big guys from tackle to tackle, and the whole team looks big. The running backs look solid.
Let's go ahead and thank our middle school sponsors here on Coastal Broadcasting. Lafourche Parish Fire District number 3, GIS, putting people first. While we're talking about GIS, a happy birthday to their CEO, Mr. Mark Prejean, today, celebrating a birthday. PMC Insurance, specializing in home, auto, and much more. Rev, the official internet service provider for KLEB streaming. Ontario, Due Ontario. We make insurance easy since 1956. Injury reports and injury timeouts tonight are brought to you by Thibodaux Regional Medical Center. We talked to both coaches, one on Monday, one today. They both said they're mostly injury-free, and it'll be a full go tonight. Our coin toss when we get there will be brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company, banking you could count on, member FDIC.
Any words on the 6th Ward players, the injuries from last night?
I heard that they were obviously injured, but I do not think they are season-ending. So that is good news. It sounds like they're going to maybe have a chance to get back in there at some point during the course of the year. Luke, let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break. When we get back, we'll be inching closer to kickoff here. We're at Memorial Stadium. We got Golden Meadow taking on Raceland here on KLEB. South Lafourche High School, Casey Gisclair here. We've got Golden Meadows about to be taking the field. Raceland Cubs have already taken the field. We'll be playing ball in just a second. We'll have our State Bank and Trust Company coin toss. Keys to victory both ways. We got a pretty good idea here on this one. Golden Meadow head football coach Derek Brunet joined us on Inside Tarpon Athletics. He said, hey, look, we've got to play physical. We've got to be strong at the line of scrimmage, and if we do those things, we've got a great chance. On the Raceland side, Coach Alan Wiltz told us today on play-by-play, he said, look, man, on the road, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a challenge, but we've got to get our playmakers on the outside. And he said, look, we've got to hold up front. They know that Golden Meadow has a bigger team than they do. They're trying to hold up at the lines of scrimmage and figure out a way to keep Golden Meadow behind the chains. That was a big thing that Coach Wiltz said, hey, if they're having 6, 7, 8-minute drives, that's not good for the Cubs. So they're trying to push Golden Meadow back on first and second downs.
And are you ready?
Now the Cubs are going to be bringing 4A. Here come the lines, by the way. The Cubs are going to be running out the second-year quarterback chance in 4A. Golden Meadow has a lot of skill players returning. So this is what a lot of people are considering in Lafourche Parish, the middle school matchup of the week. A lot of people think this is going to be a really good ball game tonight.
Monday night, Derek, I don't know, showed so much confidence.
He was fired up.
Seeing him on the sidelines as a chain gang operator, his first year was deer in the headlights. You know, he was overwhelmed without – well, he had to get help, obviously, but Monday night, so much confidence.
Let's pause for the playing of the national anthem and a pregame invocation.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear Father, may we compete with your heart shining through ours. May we push ourselves to be what you tell us we can be. May we have kindness in our hearts, mindfulness in our souls, and endurance to finish. Keep us and our competitors safe from harm, and let our actions be a testament to your glory. Amen.
Would everyone please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, being performed by the Golden Meadow Middle School Band, under the direction of Mr. Adrian Stewart, Ms. Cindy Collins, and Ms. Katie Fultz. Please remove your caps.
A beautiful edition of the national anthem by the Golden Meadow Band. Now we'll have our coin toss brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company. Gage and Banking served just the way you like it. Captains for Golden Meadow going to be Jacob Davis, Chevy Hernandez, Ryder Ducey, and Parrish Ducey. Cubs are not yet lined up. We will get you those whenever they are on the line. Looks like we got number 3 for the Cubs, which is going to be Germany Harvey, and number 5, Chasen Foray. Always fun to open up a season. We opened up our middle school coverage last night with a good one between 6th Ward and LCO.
And 6th Ward was in the game.
Yeah, they were. Played really, really well. Raceland's added a couple of them. That's number 12 also, Julian Hester, and number 13, Triquan Smith. Those are the captains for the Cubs. Golden Meadow in the home whites with the gray pants and red trim. The Cubs in the road whites with the blue and gold trim. As we said earlier, Golden Meadow coached by Derek Brunet, Raceland coached by Alan Wiltz. Two really, really good guys, but both real good friends of Coastal Broadcasting. We have them on our plethora of shows. This coin toss brought to you by State Bank and Trust Company. Looks like Mr. Greg Bado is at the controls today as our white hat official. And he dropped the coin. Kevin Claymore would never.
Throw the flag.
Now we'll do it over. And it looks like Raceland has won the toss and will defer. So Golden Meadow will get the football first.
Looks like the Raceland Cubs have won the toss and have deferred for the second.
Well, the white cap chewed me out this morning. I missed my American Legion meeting last night because I was here.
Oh, there you go.
Middle school. Blame the schools.
There you go. Coach Wiltz and his guys opt to be on defense first. We'll see if Golden Meadow could strike iron with their big offensive line. Maybe a decision made by Raceland to play defense while they're fresh, as opposed to in that third quarter when they might have a little fuel taken out of the tank.
We had a Bulldog take it to the house in the second half, which really sealed the deal, I think, for the Dogs.
Yep.
But 6th Ward was in striking distance. One score.
6th Ward played really, really well. And I'm going to be curious to follow that team the course of the season. Because, boy, they got some guys.
They remind me of Bayou Blue.
Yep.
They're so close, and then when Bayou Blue made it, boom, they're a contender.
Hayden Guidry and Kylan Kiger are back deep. Number 5, Foray, will be kicking the ball for the Cubs. The ball's on the tee. The teams are on the field. Let's have some fun here on a Wednesday night in Memorial Stadium. Where else would you rather be? Kicking from right to left. We are underway with a wobbly kick that bounces out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So Golden Meadow will have really good starting field position from there.
Flag on the play.
It would go to the 35 if the ball traveled that far, but because it didn't, the Lions will take over at the 38.
So if it's kicked out of bounds inside the 35, you get a 5
to the 35, yes, sir.
Oh, it's brought to the 35. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm learning the rules.
38-yard line.
High school or middle school only?
High school also, yes, sir.
Oh. And I run a chain gang.
Oh, it's okay. You go where the officials tell you to go.
I was
you don't have to make those decisions.
This Friday night, let's hope for no 80-yard runs.
Well, and look, we're learning on the fly. It looks like it's a 5-yard penalty. So from the 38 to the 43, they walk it off 5. Golden Meadow will take over 1st and 10 from the 43.
Corrections. It is a first down for the referees also. And the play of 1st and 10 from their own.
The Lions are going to have Jacob Davis under center in a stacked up set. They're going to like to feature 33 Carter plays on amongst others. And it's a hard count and a offsides on the first play.
Our Whitecap was busy talking to Derek Brunet, and they ran the play.
Coach Wiltz not happy with the lack of discipline on the first snap. He's going to immediately get a sub. So it would be 1st and 5. Oh, no, they're going to say the ball was never whistled in, so it's still 1st and 10. There you go. Good call, Truck. Hand off to Plaisance. Gets to about the 45-yard line. Gain of about 2.
33, Carter Plaisance for a gain of 2 yards.
Jalen Hester with the stop.
We'll be calling out that name an awful lot. That is a really good football player for the Cubs. Two-way football player for the Cubs. Just underway. Second snap. 2nd down and 8. Davis under center. Handed off up the middle, diving across the 40 as Plaisance, across the 50 to the 48. Gain of about 6. And Hester again on the stop. We'll bring up 3rd and short. Parrish Ducey Jr. will check into the game for Golden Meadow. Coach Brunet has said repeatedly, we got to stay ahead of the chains. 3rd and 1 is the definition of that. Let's see if they can move the chains now on 3rd and 1. Ace Alamo, the first guy in that wing T look. Hand it off left tackle, and they'll be very close to 1st down. I think Hayden Guidry picked it up. Needed a yard, he got a yard, and that is a 1st down for the Lions.
Got it by a foot and a half.
Clock will continue to run after they reset the chains. And the Lions will play a 1st and 10 from the Cub 46-yard line. Coming on a blitz. They'll hand it off to Plaisance, diving across the 45. Will He stacked up and dropped at about the 44, gain of about 2.5 yards. Good first down gain. Good job by the middle of the Raceland front. Big 65 in there. Devontae Morris, 52. I don't know that I have a 52. Might have a different number. Maybe 57, Camden Dupree. We'll try to get you some numbers out there. 27. Second down and 7. Lions waiting on the snap. Davis will hand it off to Guidry. Not much. A good job by the Cubs defense that time. Number 5, Foray, the quarterback, was the first guy there. Pretty much no gain on that one.
About a yard. Brought down by number 65, Devontae Morris.
5:30 to go in the opening quarter. Golden Meadow is now behind the sticks. It'll be third down and about 7. Maddox Vegas will deliver the play.
Coach Easeman in the box up here said they're going to try to run between the tackles.
Yep. Look, in the scrimmage against LCO, they did show that they got a couple of bootlegs and different things that they can put it in the air. Let's see if they dial one of those up here. Try the hard count. I think it's a false start. Yep. The up back moved early and was leaning forward, so it'll be 3rd and 12 after the penalty.
Legal procedure on the line.
That one's a little frustrating if you're a Lions fan.
Third and 7 has been changed to a 3rd and 12.
Got 2 plays to get to the 37-yard line. 36-yard line, rather. Jacob Davis going to get the message from Mr. Ace Alamo, who's delivering the play.
Punting is a very tough thing to do at the middle school level.
It sure is. Coach Wilds delivering some instructions to his defense. It'll be a bootleg. Davis looking to throw, and will keep it, and he'll get sacked on the other side of the 50-yard line. 65 for the Cubs. Morris was in on the stop. So I think it could be a punting situation perhaps here for the Lions on 4th and 14, and they will punt it.
It never fails. See, they never punt, and they're punting.
33 is the punter. Carter plays. Also see if he could get a leg on one.
Good-looking kid.
Ingram is back deep for the Cubs. Got to get the snap there first. Snap is there. They're not coming on a rush. He gets it away. Pretty good kick. It'll go out of bounds. Maybe a little shorter than the Lions would have wanted, but the Cubs will take over at about the 33-yard line. They'll play 1st and 10 there. So the Lions execute the punt and get 17 yards of field position. Now Chance and Foray will lead the Cubs out onto the field with 4:13 to go in the first quarter. This is Game 2 of a triple header this week on Coastal Broadcasting. The main event will be Friday night right here as South of Woosh will be taking on Pearl River.
Very curious to see what kind of Pearl River team are we going to see. I didn't like you saying they have a 200-something pounder running back. Not again, please.
He's not quite Badone, but he's a big boy. Foray's going to be in a pistol here for the Cubs, and they are going to spread the field. This is the way they play. Man in motion. It's a false start. Like a little movement up front. Maybe the right guard twitched a little bit before the snap. Oh, well, that's Bado's count. They might actually have 12. Let's see.
12 players.
Yep, 12 men on the field. First game of the year mistakes.
Someone's got to come out the game, boys.
Yep, they still got 12. There, they got one out. So the Cubs are going to try to get their signals to 4A on a 1st and 15 play. Some of the guys that will be touching the ball. Ingram will be touching the ball a lot. Coleman, Williams, Hester, Smith. They've got some skill guys here, do the Cubs. They always do. There's going to be Smith in the backfield with Foray this time. And Foray is a gifted passer. He can put it in the air if need be. He's going to roll out to the right this time. He's going to look to turn the corner. It's a big gain. 35, cutting into the 40 near the first down marker. And I think he got it. Needed 15, he got 15. That's Jason Foray.
Great effort, great blocking on the right side.
So the Cubs erase the first down penalty and reset the sticks. .402 to go. Waiting on the first down snap. Foray with Smith in the backfield. It's going to be an outside run, and we have a flag on the play.
Another flag on the play.
Mr. Don Daniels on the Raceland sideline indicating maybe a little, yep, the wide receiver was lined up offside. So it's offsides on the offense.
Offsides on the Cubs. That'll be another first.
Wide receiver lined up
from the Raceland 43-yard line.
in the neutral zone. Usually that's a defensive penalty, but the Cubs committed that one on the offensive side this time. It'll be first and 15. Not sure why the clock's not running, though. Foray under pressure, throws it as far as he can down the field. Incomplete as a 50-50 ball. Good coverage by 13 and 3. That would be Hayden Guidry and Maddox Vegas. Cubs are trying to hit Thomas on the 50-50 ball.
Henry Thomas had a shot at it, went through his hands, but thrown at the right area, high above the shorter defenders.
I like what Andravian Hughes said Monday at Spars. He said, I want to make every 50-50 ball a 100-0 ball.
That was an effort of 150% effort on that catch in Thibodeau.
Second and 15 for the Cubs. High snap. It's a little runoff tackle. The ball's out. Who's going to fall on it? I think the Lions have it. Golden Meadow dived on the ball. There's a flag on the play. But number 30 for the Lions, Wyatt Gilbo, jumped on the loose ball. 33, Carter Plaisance, my apologies. And it is a hold on Raceland, and it will be our first turnover of the game. So they put it in the belly of Henry Thomas, and as he turned up the field, he lost the football. And a couple of mental mistakes by the Cubs early in the game. See if the Lions could take advantage and maybe try to get the first points on the board. Starting at the Raceland 44, strong side of the field to the left. Still in that wishbone set. And it'll be a false start. Both teams are doing things that'll give their coaches gray hair in this one in the early stages. A couple of early false starts, an early turnover.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
And the ball now be moved to the 49-yard line. It'll be first and 15.
Let's make that first and 15.
It's a Golden Meadow offense that's not built for first and 15. They like to stay ahead of those chains. Coming a hard count, they'll hand it off. Guidry gets wrapped up and slung down by number 23, Henry Thomas. So Thomas makes up for the fumble on offense and gets a big tackle for a loss. It'll be second down and almost 20 after the loss. And Coach Brunet does not like the effort of his offense. He's going to call a timeout with 3:30 to go in the first quarter.
Field position was very important, but you know, Golden Meadow had flipped the field on everybody. Now it's starting to work its way back.
Let's take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. Golden Meadow on the move here on KLEB.
Partner in education. We stop by and give these people business whenever possible. On station, Miss Priscilla.
here to South Lafourche High School out of the timeout. Golden Meadow will be playing a second and about 20. From now their own 46-yard line, Jacob Davis. And now an I-form set. Waiting on the snap, ball smack dab in the middle of the field. Be a handoff to Guidry, bouncing outside, trying to be pushed across the 50. Short gain. Gain of about 5. We'll bring up third and about 15. Some very physical blocking down the field by those receivers of the Lions. Got to be careful, though. They were blocking through the echo of the whistle.
20 yards downfield. That'll draw a flag.
Third and 15, inside of 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. One back set. All the action to the right side of the formation. Give it up off right tackle to Plaisance. He gets around the original line of scrimmage, and it will be stacked up. It'll be decision time for Coach Brunet on 4th and 10. Would think he would try to punt the football again, maybe pin the Cubs on 4th and 10, but it looks like the offense might be staying out there. So they've got to get to the 34 at the 43, 4th and 9. They dial up a pass here. Davis does have an arm and the ability to throw a little bit, but you got to protect him. Try the hard count. They will give it to Plaisance off left tackle, trying to turn the corner. He's got it. 35-30, 25-20, shoved out of bounds. That is a Golden Medal first down. A gutsy call by Coach Brunet pays off. Plaisance gets the first down and more.
Great tackle on the left side, opening that hole, and away he went.
Big number 70, Ryder Duce helped spring that one, and Golden Meadow is in the Joe's Septic red zone. Right at the 20-yard line. Playing 1st and 10. Approaching the final stages of the opening quarter, 1:30 and counting. Davis has his guys on the line, single back set. Tight ends on the right side of the formation, unbalanced line. They give it to Guidry, trying to bounce outside. He's tackled. Very nice open field tackle by number 23, Henry Thomas. Called his name out a lot. Gain of about a yard.
Came from the opposite side with his speed, caught him up.
Lions maybe can make this the last play of the first quarter if that clock continues to run. It's been an eventful first quarter, though we have not yet had any points on the board. Second and 9. Guidry in the backfield with Davis. Give it to Guidry off left tackle, trying to bounce outside. He's slung down in the open field by number 7, Jaden Coleman, who made a really nice tackle. Pretty much no gain. And now it'll be 3rd and 9, and the Lions really don't have to run a play. We'll see if they decide to use a free timeout. Derek Brunet's already telling them to get off the field. So we'll take it with them. 1 minute break. It's the end of the first quarter. The Lions are going to be facing a big third down play when we get back. After 1, it's scoreless here on Coastal Broadcasting. Memorial Stadium, and they did run the clock down now, so it is the end of the quarter. We had a little confusion Clock keeper thought for a second maybe that Golden Meadow had called a timeout. They did not. They grinded down the quarter. It'll be a big 3rd and 9 when play resumes.
Big play for the Lions if they want to keep that momentum going.
They got a little music rocking here in the stadium. Golden Meadow trying to dial up their big play. They are in the Joe Septic red zone. So it'll be 3rd down from the 19. Coach Brunet and his guys had a little time to discuss this. The ball on the left hash, strong side of the field will be to the right. They hit plays on us on a big off-tackle run a second ago. Let's see if they could hit him again. Back in that wishbone alignment. Raceland with just about everybody in the box. They handed the plays on us off right tackle. He's diving near the sticks. He didn't get it. Boy, sure got close. Got to the 11. He needed to get to the 10. It'll be 4th and about a yard.
Short of the first down by 1 yard. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Lions.
So now we got a huge play coming up. Coach Easerman was telling us between quarters that the coaching staff was not pleased with the offensive line's hustle in the first quarter. There they did get into the second level.
Yeah, they weren't getting a good push.
Golden Meadows attempting a field goal. I don't buy this for a second. And a timeout will be called by Coach Brunet with 7:18 to go. I've never seen them rep a field goal from this spot. 4th and 1, it felt like a trick play to me, but we'll see as they call a timeout.
Yes.
Let's take it with them before this big play. We'll be back in 1 minute here on Coastal Broadcasting. The Meadow has their offense back on the field. We will not be seeing a field goal attempt. We never were buying that one. It's going to be a 4th down gift of plays. He's hit, and I don't think he got there. No, he did not. That's a big stop.
He went down quick, Coach.
12, Jylan Hester made the stop for the Cubs. That will be, I believe, a turnover on downs. Oh, they're moving the chains, boss. They're going to say he got it to the 10. Wow. A favorable spot for the Lions. They put it right at the 10, and they gave it to him.
Wow.
He must have stretched that ball out. We didn't think initially that he had it.
He was standing vertical when he got hit, and it looked like he was dropped at the 11.
Yeah, they put that ball down to the 10, 1st and goal. Golden Meadow will have a little bit of a busted play here. Davis trying to bounce outside. He's leveled and stacked up at the 16-yard line. It's 55 for the Cubs cleaning it up. Dawson looked like he kind of brushed elbows a little bit with the first guy through, got thrown off of his balance, and was not able to hand off the football to anyone. That'll be 2nd and goal. Second quarter of a scoreless game. The Lions are knocking on the door in the Joe Septic red zone, but they've just been pushed behind the 8 ball all the way back to the 16. Strong side of the field to the right. Wishbone set. Give it to Plaisance off right tackle, waiting for some blocks, and he's going to be tackled very nicely in the open field by Foray across the 15 to the 14, gain of 2. If Foray doesn't make that tackle, it could have been a very big play for the Lions.
It was 0 white shirts between the runner and the end zone.
The ball at the 14-yard line.
Third down and 14 yards.
Need that added burst of speed.
Third and goal from the 14, strong side of the field now to the left. A lot of Golden Meadows action tonight has been to the right. We'll see if they can maybe hit a play to the left this time. Davis with some tight ends, 3 tight ends on the left side of the formation. We'll hand it off to Plaisance. He dives around the 10-yard line. He did not get anywhere near the end zone, but he got a little closer, gain of about 3. We'll set up a 4th and goal from the 11. We'll see if Coach Brunet has some sort of trick up his sleeve to get 11 yards on one snap here.
As tough as Raceland's playing in the middle, I think you've got to put it up in the air.
They're kicking. They're bringing out the tee and everything. This is going to be a field goal try from Kylan Kiger.
Wow.
This will be a 25-yard field goal. They threatened or thought about the field goal before the 4th and 1. They're going to try it here. The snap is there. Kiger's kick is blocked, and they'll fall on it there. So never really got off the ground, but the Cubs will take over.
Snap was there, just a hair high, but big push by the Cubs.
And that's just a hard one to rep, especially on the middle school practice fields. I don't know if you do or don't have uprights, and middle school, that's a hard one to work on.
And most of them are on grass, practicing on grass.
So after the block, the Cubs will take over. They got a long way to go, but I tell you what they do have is they have the first possession of the third quarter, so a chance to maybe double up here with 4:36 to go. 4A will be joined in the backfield by Hester. That's a big boy, man, for a running back. Good-looking kid. He will be in the pistol. 4A, a little bit of a high snap, hands it to Hester, looking to bounce outside. He's got a lot of room, 20, 25. There's a flag on the play. He's going to be shoved out of bounds and hit at the 37. I think this will be an illegal block by one of the receivers down the field. I think this one will be coming back. It is a hold. One of the receivers had a little hold of the jersey there.
Flag thrown at the 26.
Yeah, so from the spot of the foul, it'll go back to right around the original line of scrimmage. But another miscue from Raceland. Will actually be 1st and 9 after the penalty. Good looking run. And those are one of the ones that as a coach, you don't necessarily mind every once in a while one of those receivers getting a holding. Obviously, you don't want it to happen, but they're hustling. They're playing hard.
Chain gang, Mortal Sin. They moved the chains before.
Yeah. It actually will be 1st and 10.
1st and 10 again on the 16-yard line for the Cubs.
4:29 to go in the opening half. Happy you're with us here on Coastal Broadcasting. 4A waiting on the snap. Like maybe a little early movement. Yep, they get the flag. It was a little late coming in, but there was some early movement on that left side of the line.
Legal procedure on the Cubs.
And it'll be 1st and 15, and Coach Wiltz is not going to be happy with some of the mistakes that his guys have made.
With the Raceland outside speed, you've got the whole field to play with.
Now pay attention to some of those snaps. They're kind of floating the 4A a little bit. And the backfield is going to be Smith, 13. With 4A waiting on the snap. Low snap. Handed off to Smith. He's stacked up. Got a little bit across the line of scrimmage in the middle. Maybe a gain of 2. But again, we're paying attention to those snaps. That one, 4A had to be a short stop. Played it on a short hop. And just kind of busted up the timing of the play.
Raceland sorely needing a first down so they don't get stuck on the north end of the field.
That's what you don't want to do. In middle school, you don't want to be punting from your own end zone. Golden Meadow's D-line on a knee. That's awesome. Guys playing two ways. Can they find a little bit of oxygen to get a push here? 2nd and 12. Foray and Smith in the backfield. Shotgun set. Strong side of the field to the left. 4 receiver set. Foray will keep it. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, trying to drag forward, and he didn't. He got stopped for a loss. That's number 15, Brock Bruce.
Finished off by number 33,
Plazos. So good penetration from the Lions there. Foray has got an arm. We saw it several times last season. Let's see if they dare to put it in the air right here. 3 minutes to go in the opening half. A big play. Golden Meadow has a chance to maybe get some really good field position if they could get a stop. Bunched up, 4 receiver set. Foray will look to throw. He's under pressure. He floats one down the field. It's going to be incomplete. In and out of the hands of the wide receiver, 23, Thomas. Number 4 for Golden Meadow. Kiger stayed with it and kind of popped that ball out at the end. Real pretty pass, though, from Foray.
Catching the ball, but the Lion helmet was in between the ball and the receiver.
That's a tough one. And now decision time for Allen Wiltz. I would think this would be a punting situation unless if they can't punt. And it does look like they're going to spread the field, and I'll bet you Foray punts it. He's their kicker. Going to be a shotgun look to start, but I'll bet you the quarterback will punt this thing away. There's the snap, and he does kick it away. It's a wobbly line drive kick, bounces at the 33, and we'll take a little bit of a line draw back to the 36. So Golden Meadow will have one more possession with 2:38 to go and great field position and still a scoreless game.
2:38 left. In the second, do we have enough time at this pace?
That's a good question. That's a good question. They do have, I believe, 2 timeouts. Raceland will get the first possession of the third quarter. Golden Meadow would like that to be with a lead. But we got 2:38 to decide that. And really the story of the game so far both ways. The teams are committing offensive penalties to get themselves behind the chains. 1st and 10. They hand it to Plazos, hitting the hole hard, spinning across the 30. That's a gain of about 7. Nice first down gain that time by Carter Plazos. Clock continuing to run, 2:28 and counting in a scoreless first half. Very well played first half. And we told you before this ball game started that we thought this would be an evenly matched game, and so far it has been exactly that. 2nd and 3. The 29-yard line. Strong side of the field to the right. I form set. Maddox, Vegas, and Guidry in the I. Oh, boy. Number 23 for Raceland busted that one up. Henry Thomas came through, nearly tackled the quarterback before the handoff. And we'll have a timeout, I think, by the CUBS, who want to get the football back. So Coach Wiltz will call a timeout with 1:48 to go, playing a little chess here, trying to get the ball back for his offense. Big play coming up. Third down and about 7. Lions trying to make something happen here. Got our halftime report coming up after we get done with the first half here. And that's my apologies to Luke in the studio. We should have probably taken a break there. The officials initially signaled it was a 30-second timeout, but they went far longer than that. That's okay. We'll catch up with it on the back end at the halftime break. 3rd and 7. It was Raceland who called the last time out, trying, as we said a second ago, to maybe get the ball back for their offense. But can Golden Meadow make them pay and get a quick hitter here and maybe use the timeout to their advantage? Backwards pass. Guidry under duress and slung down at the 44-yard line. That went nowhere. Coach Wiltz will call a timeout again, and that's 23, Henry Thomas again on the stop. So let's take it with them. It's going to be a timeout, a 1-minute timeout. Luke will be back in a minute with Golden Meadow having a 4th down decision here on KLEB. Casey Gisclair with Truck Gisclair. Golden Meadow facing a 4th and awfully long. And it looks like the Lions will be punting the football, trying to pin Raceland back, knowing that they do not have any timeouts. It's like the Lions' long snapper, Guidry, had a little perspiration on the hands, got wiped down, and now we will get the kick from Plaisance, which is a wobbly kick that'll bounce at the 30 and will go out of bounds at the 30. So Raceland will have 1:36 to navigate 70 yards with no timeouts here in the opening half. I think that we would see Foray maybe put it in the air a couple times. They've thrown a couple of jump balls. But if you're Coach Wiltz, you don't want to get strip sacked or throw an interception, anything like that.
1 minute, 36 seconds left.
You'd like to score, but 0-0 getting the ball in the 3rd quarter would be nice.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world if you're a Cub fan, for sure. Points have been hard to come by in this one so far. Golden Meadow got it inside the red zone once, was not able to punch it in. Foray waiting on the shotgun snap, has Smith in the backfield with him. Bootlegs, looking to throw, he's under duress, and he's dropped for a sack by number 18, Andrew Billiot. Back to the 22-yard line, and that clock will continue to grind with the Cubs not having a timeout.
Great play by Billiot.
1:15 and counting, and Raceland is huddling, so by the time they are able to run the next snap, we should be inside of a minute. Golden Meadow has 1 timeout if they would like to maybe try to force the issue in their own right. 56 seconds and counting. Raceland just now getting on the line of scrimmage. They actually might be playing to go to half at this point. Doesn't seem like they're in a hurry. Foray with a man in motion. There was a little slant, incomplete. And that will stop the clock with 40 seconds to go.
Instead of number 13, Traquan Smith, was incomplete.
Raceland was very fortunate to not be called for illegal motion there. Smith would look to be going forward at the snap. It'll be 3rd and long. They've got to get to the 40. They're at the 22. So 3rd and 18. Golden Meadow, as we said, does have one timeout. If it's an open field tackle, Coach Brunet could call it just to make them punt the football. You never know what could happen on a punt play in middle school. Let's see how aggressive Coach Wiltz gets here. Borey waiting on the snap. He'll hand it to Smith. Smith looking to turn the corner, and he'll go out of bounds at the 30. Was hit hard near the sideline. Did not get the first down. Gain of about 7. 34 seconds to go. Going out of bounds actually is a big favor to Golden Meadow.
Save the timeout. Clock stops. 34 seconds. Anything can happen.
So we will see how the Cubs play this. We know 4A is their punter, so the fact that they're not bringing a true punt team out there doesn't mean a whole lot.
Up at 4th and 10 for the Cubs.
If he hits one on a line like he did last time, Maddox Vegas might be able to get a return. I think they're running a play here, though. They're in a regular pistol this time. On 4th and 10, they are running a play. It's a busted play. 4A makes a guy miss, still making guys miss, but he's going nowhere at the end of the day. He shook some tacklers behind the line of scrimmage. Once he got across the line of scrimmage, he was dropped. And, boy, Golden Meadow now with a chance. 26 seconds and a timeout, and they've only got to go 32 yards. And that was just a busted play there from the Cubs. A little miscommunication.
If I'm Coach Brunet, I'm putting it in the air.
Put it in the air. See what you got. A first half that has seen multiple possessions and has seen the defenses rule the roost. Can that Lions offensive line hold up? And a flag.
Flag on the play.
Does Raceland have 12? See the officials counting.
12.
They've got 12. Boy, boy, boy.
Looks like the Cubs have too many.
So that'll be 5 freebies. They'll have to go 27 yards now. I could hear Coach Wiltz, even with my headset on, yelling from across the field. 1st and 5. It's a bootleg. Quarterback has time to throw. Shoots it to the sideline. The play's on. And he will cut up the field and get out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Good pitch and catch for the Lions, who are in the Joe Septic red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12.
Smart move. Stayed close to the out-of-bounds line, and then obviously when he got hit,
they actually mark him out at the 14.
Stop the clock.
One timeout for the Lions, so you can test the middle. Let's see what Coach Brunet comes with here. On 1st and 10, roll out to the right. He's got him. Plays on. Nearly intercepted. It was tipped by Plaisance, and for Raceland, Harvey and Foray were there lurking.
Almost a 92-yarder. Pick
Yep.
6.
He was open initially. The ball floated a little bit, and the Cubs closed ground, and that was nearly intercepted. 13 seconds to go. See if the Lions in a bunched up formation. Bootleg to the right. Davis is hammered. And they had a receiver open, just a little miscommunication at the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be, I think, Coach Brindle will call a timeout with 2 seconds left. Golden Meadow will probably try a heave-ho on the last play here of the first half.
2 seconds left on the clock.
I'm hearing Coach Reggie saying that the receivers were wide open.
They had him. They had Kiger. They really did.
Too much penetration.
Want to thank our sponsors, Lafourche Parish Fire District Number 3, GIS, putting people first, PMC Insurance, specializing in home, auto, and much more, Rev, the official internet provider for KLEB streaming, Ontario Douay, Ontario. We make insurance easy since 1957.
Danielle Plaisance. She's been with the original Ontario Douay Ontario years back, and she ends up buying the company when the guys hung it up.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Tomorrow we got a play-by-play. Friday we got a big one here. Truck's going to have his running shoes. Golden Meadow's trying another field goal, by the way. They are big on Kiger's leg. The last time Kiger was never able to get it off. Let's see if on this 35-yard field goal, Kiger could get it through. The kick is a pop-up. That will be caught, and that could be returned.
And there's not a red jersey.
But he caught it in the end zone, and I think that's going to be what ends the half.
Ooh, Lions dodged the bullet.
That's going to be what, he was caught it in the end zone. If not for that, Raceland would have taken that thing all the way down the field. Harvey caught it, but like a kick return, you can't bring it out of the end zone. So it'll be a touchback and the last play of the first half. A wild first half, 0-0. But, boy, we've had a lot of action for a 0-0 game. Let's take a 3-minute break. When we get back our halftime report here on KLEB. Meadow. It has been a back-and-forth game. Both teams have had chances. Both teams have had opportunities. And it is a scoreless ball game. We are going to enjoy the halftime festivities. Let's go ahead and enjoy some of the music and sights and sounds of the Golden Meadow dance team we're about ready to be performing. We did this last night. Let's go ahead and do the same tonight and celebrate those young ladies for a job well done.
These are the 2025-26 Golden Meadow Lionettes.
Very good performance from the Lionettes. We congratulate them on a job well done. Keys to the second half for both teams. I think Golden Meadow's got to stop getting behind the 8 ball, man. They're having promising drives, just committing penalties, having negative plays for Raceland. Raceland's got to get out of their own way, man. They've had 12 men on the field, pre-snap penalties, all sorts of issues. And we'll see whichever team could clean things up might be the team that brings it home before it's all said and done. 2-minute break. When we get back, the third quarter kickoff with the Cubs getting the first possession. We'll be back in 2 here on KLEB. Fired up.
Oh, my God. The headset's not fitting.
Golden Meadow will be kicking to Raceland in just a second. I actually don't know what we're waiting on. The clock's on 0. The line's got to take the field. Should be playing in just a second. Thank all of our sponsors. Remind you guys once more, we'll be back at play-by-play tomorrow at noon. And then we will have the big one on Friday at 7 o'clock, south of Ocean Pearl River. And it just makes you wonder, right? So last night, Lockport defeated E.D. White. Huge upset according to some. Raceland played a close game with Lockport in the Jamboree. Golden Meadows playing close to Raceland, who played close to Lockport. But I'm getting at, there might be a lot of parity in Lafourche Parish this year.
Builds a lot of confidence in some of the teams that have not been winning. And everybody's playing at a different level.
Never know what could happen.
Bring fun back into the game.
The Cubs will possess first. If I am having to guess. They're going to have some skill guys back there deep. See if the Lions can get a good kick off. Well, that's what we were waiting on. The officials are just making their way back out there. Can't play the game without them. As the ball will be put on the tee at the 40. Super excited to have you guys with us on a really comfortable night. It's really not that hot out here tonight. It's been a nice week.
It was just a hair buggy, but it looks like it dried up.
Tell you, me and Buddy, after play-by-play today, got doused by the rain. Like right when we walked out, it started storming.
Well, Linda was asking me, is the game canceled? I
Right.
said, Linda, it's artificial turf.
Yeah, we both got drenched. I am too winded to move fast, and he's not capable of moving fast, and we both just had to take it. Kiger kicking left to right. Little wobbly kick that'll bounce at the 35. It'll be picked up by the Cubs. And dropped at the 38 is Henry Thomas.
24 and 12.
12, Paris Duce 12, Andrew LaFar on the stop for the Lions, and we play on. Excuse me, Coach E making his way back into the box. I know we got a lot of people in the community right now. COVID is on the loose right now. I know several people who have it, including several who are watching us and listening to us tonight who are recovering. Please stay healthy.
Isolate. Don't spread it.
100%. My broadcast partner tonight, Mr. Brett Crosby, is dealing with that, and I told him, I said, Brett, stay home, brother. We could make it work. Shotgun set, strong side of the field to the left. Hester in the backfield. Excuse me, that's Smith in the backfield. 4A. It'll be a little reverse, and boy, they got a wall. Across the 40. Golden Meadow closing on it, making a man miss across midfield. Dropped at the 46-yard line. That's a good first down play by number 3, Harvey. And Wyatt Gilbo on the stop for the Lions. But Coach Wiltz goes in his bag of tricks, and a really nice first down play moves the chains.
A lot of green when he made the turn.
You're right. I thought that was going to be actually a little more promising than just a 15-yard gain. Golden Meadow closed on it really nicely.
Gilbo gave up a lot of size to the runner, but hung on. Great tackle.
See, can the Cubs pounce? Traquan Smith with 4A and a pistol set. High snap. It'll be an outside run. Trying to turn the corner. Hit and stacked up. Big tackle by Guidry on the run from Hester. Gain of about 3. Hester got up in the air, and Guidry met him and kind of volleyball spiked him to the turf. Short gain.
This is a big, important drive because if the Cubs score, a lot of pressure put on the Lions. Time's going to be a factor, you know, with what is it, 8? They play 8-minute quarters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Second down and 7. The Cubs waiting on that pistol snap. The snaps have been an issue. This one gets to him clean. It's a little counter run to the outside. Stacked up for a loss. Good play by number 53, Javen Allen, stopping Thomas back behind the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 12. Really, really nice play there by Allen. Grabbed the hold of the jersey and didn't let go. And did a really good job not grabbing a hold of the shoulder pads and horse collaring him. 52 for Golden Meadow checking into the game. That's Rammel. Golden Meadow is playing a one deep safety look. They have Maddox Vegas way back there in case they throw the ball deep down the field. It's a handoff to Smith, off right tackle, looking to turn the corner. He does, and he's going to get the first down. Still pumping across the 25. My goodness. And they finally push him out. They didn't get him to the ground. They pushed him out at the 23. What a run.
It took 4 or 5 Lions to get him out.
Big, powerful run that time from Traquan Smith. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 22. The Cubs convert a big one. Truck said all of these possessions of extreme importance in a scoreless game. Any points are valuable.
The comments you made last night, the number of possessions is very limited.
Yep. You only get it a handful of times. Well, they put it in Smith's belly again here. Wouldn't be a bad idea after that last run. He's in a pistol. Foray will look to throw. He throws a bomb into the end zone area, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Harvey, but the Lions had a man there. That's Wyatt Gilbo, who was on the coverage, and it fell incomplete.
Gilbo looking at the official, doing the shove sign, saying he was pushed. He had the inside position, came close to intercepting the ball.
Coach Brunet actually agrees with his defensive back. He's wanting the 10-yard violation. There's one thing I've learned from Coach Kiley over the years. He said, if you're not trying, then shame on you. You got to always be working those officials. 2nd and 10, and we have a flag. Someone's got 12.
We have 2 flags on the play.
Raceland is, we got a false start. Never mind. If it's a false start that early, I would be willing to bet that the center, turned the football around as soon as he got on the line. But the linemen weren't even set. But the center was down in his crouch. He might have picked up the ball, put it back down. That's usually the bugaboo there.
Came from the back judge.
And that's a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd and 15. All these little paper cut penalties that have just been plaguing the Cubs throughout the night. They've got to get it to the 13-yard line. Strong side of the field to the left. They caught a couple of receivers that way. Foray waiting on the shotgun snap. He's got it. Under a little pressure, throws a slant. That's wide of everybody, incomplete. Was trying to hit Harvey, but he was way behind the intended receiver. Maybe a little miscommunication on that one.
Yeah, he cut in, and the ball was thrown to the outside.
So now 3rd and 15. Could be a big morale boost to the Lions if they could give up some ground here but not break and get the football back.
The Lions know they're looking at 2 tries for the 15 yards.
And not to look all the way ahead, because we still got 13 minutes to go. I don't know what the overtime rules are. We've not had that situation in a game that has been nothing but tied so far. 3rd and 15. Still strong side of the field to the left. Foray will hand it to Smith off right tackle. Makes a man miss. Still chugging. He is going to be breaking through the pile and stop short, but he got close. Got to about the 15, so that'll make it far easier for Raceland on 4th down. And Coach Wiltz, I love you, man, but I like giving that ball to Smith over and over and over again. That has been the most effective play they've had so far.
They're having trouble getting him to the ground.
On 4th and 2. 4:28 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Maybe the biggest play of the game so far. Can the Cubs get a first down? Can the Lions get a little push and get off the field? Crowd trying to make noise. Coach Brunet is trying to communicate. They snap it to Foray. He turns up the field, and he's got it. Down to the 10. He's got the first down. The Lions were a little discombobulated at the snap. Coach Brunet was trying to relay a message to his guys as Raceland was snapping the ball, and Foray turned up the field and got to the marker. It's the 2nd time in the game that we have a 1st and goal situation. The Lions had one earlier. Clock stopped at 4:08. Not sure why it stopped at 4:08. I think the officials will see that and tell them to roll it.
First and goal from the 10.
Strong side of the field to the right. 4A. Little counter run. Golden Meadow's all over it, dropping it for a loss. That's 53. Javen Allen. A late flag comes in. It looked to me like it could have maybe been a face mask. We'll see. The ball's at the 15. We await the word. It is a face mask on Golden Meadow.
Personal foul, face mask penalty.
And boy, that's a bummer. You drop him for a 5-yard loss. Now the down will not count. They'll move the ball forward.
Are they all 15-yarders, or do they have the incidental call?
I think they have 5 and 15. This one will be the old have the distance to the goal. They'll put it, I believe, at the 7 or 7.5. If it's from where he was tackled. If it's from the last line of scrimmage, it would be to the 5. And I think that might be what they're discussing right now. And it will be from the last line of scrimmage to the 5.
Big penalty.
Yep, from second and goal to the 15 to first and goal at the 5. That's a huge difference. 4A in a shotgun set. Will try to do it himself. He'll run. He'll get hit near the end zone. And he dives, and he's in. The Cubs are going to be on the board first with a 5-yard touchdown run from Chanson 4A. It's 6-0. Big score from Raceland.
He fell on top of the tackler and was able to stretch for the TD.
Now the ever-important 2-point conversion.
Yeah, the conference of the officials, no word yet.
They may be discussing exactly what I just said, because I don't think he was on the ground. He was on top of the Lion player, stretching the ball, and maybe lost it.
So we are discussing, and it is that's the call. They're putting it at the 1. So they're going to say it'll be second and goal from about the inch line.
Looks like it'll be a
Whitecap is saying he was tackled, then stretched the ball.
first and a yard for the Cubs.
And there's the snap to 4A. This time, no drama. He gets into the end zone without getting touched. And the Cubs will score on that play, and it will be 6-0 after all.
Well, we have, 11 minutes and 58 seconds of football left.
Yep. And maybe one of the biggest plays of the game coming up right here. There's Coach Brunet himself, who said on Monday night, once you convert the 2-point conversion, there's nothing they could do to beat you at that point. But if you don't convert it, you're then vulnerable a little later in the game potentially. And that's what Raceland's facing right here. Cubs in the huddle. Will it be Smith? Will it be 4A? The Lions have gotten a hefty dose of them both here in this drive.
2-point conversion.
4A appears in an empty set, loaded formation to the right. He's going to run that way. Nope, it's a trap to the left. Counter run, and he stretches out, lost the ball, and he did not get in. So a good effort there by 23 Thomas. He stretched out. He didn't get the ball into the end zone. Golden Meadow gets the stop. The Lions will have a chance to answer. It's a 6-point game. We'll be back in 1 minute with Golden Meadow's turn when we return here on Coastal And trying to go down the field. Got plenty of time.
Allie Liner.
But the issue for the Lions will be trying to get some momentum on offense. It's been a little bit of a struggle the last few drives.
Trya Burden. Lineouts are coached by Miss Abby Galbraith.
Golden Meadow has 3 and 4. There's Guidry and Kiger back deep. Raceland on the opening kickoff of the game just kind of had a little wobbler there off the foot of 4A.
Back to receive. Tiger and Guidry for the Lions.
Here it is again, line drive kick, and it'll be caught by a line at the 40-yard line. Boy, I thought his knee was on the turf, but working up the field across the 50. Good move that time. That was Ace Alamo getting up the field.
Short kick picked up by number
There were no officials real close or in line with the receiver on the kickoff, so the knee came very close to the turf.
And the Lions have great starting field position at the 48-yard line. For Golden Meadow, I think the recipe's pretty simple. You got to stay ahead of the sticks here.
Keep the Raceland offense off the field.
Yep. 12 and 52 for the Lions. Some late check-ins. It's Duce and Rammel. Good opening field position. 3:39 to go in the third. I-form set. He'll hand it to Plaisance. Off left tackle slung down at the 45-yard line. Big number 55, Dawson, on the stop for the Cubs.
And number 12.
Hester. Tell you what, if they stat these games, 12 has gotten a lot of tackles. He has been all over the field. 53 checking into the game for Golden Meadow. That's Javen Allen. That second half clock running, 3 minutes and counting. It's 2nd and 7 for the Lions. Strong side of the field to the right. It'll be a I form. Nope, it'll be a single back set with some tight ends on the right side of the formation. Davis has the snap. It's a toss to the left. The Plaisance trying to turn the corner, and he does, but is shoved out of bounds after a short gain. Tell you what, I thought he was going to get stopped behind the line. He did a good job missing that first tackler and getting about a yard or two.
I thought he took a couple of extra steps before going out of bounds, but they got him at the 43-yard line.
Be 3rd down and about 5, right at that midway mark. Does Coach Brune try a hard count and get racing, then maybe try to jump off sides, get a free one. Ball still in the left hash. Davis drops the football, and the Cubs jump right on it. He lost the football trying to hand it off to Plaisance, and Raceland pounced right on it. I believe it was 55, Dawson, who fell on the ball. And the Cubs are going to take over right there. That's a big blow.
Very unfortunate turn of events.
So now Raceland will play a 1st and 10.
Quarterback sort of ran into the running back as they're handing the ball off and to the turf.
So the Cubs will have a 1st and 10, trying to go up 2 scores, which would be highly detrimental to the Lions. They really got their ground game going on the last drive. See if they could do it here. 1:55 to go. They give it to Smith, trying to bounce outside. The Lions are in pursuit. He turns up the field. My goodness, he gets 5 yards, gets leveled out of bounds by 33 Plaisance. But, boy, I thought he was going to lose yards. He ended up getting 5. Really nice gain.
Bruising type of running.
Coach Chris Dugas at Central Lafourche is going to like that guy. Runs hard, keeps his eyes down the field. He got 6 yards out of that one.
Oh, Coach Chris Dugas, one of my favorites to talk to, over the years.
tell a story about Chris Dugas after this play, and it'll indicate the type of person that he is. 2nd and 4, strong side of the field to the left. Foray keeps it on a design run across the 45. He may house it. Got a man to beat. He makes the man miss, and Foray 10-5, and he's in. There is a flag on the play at the 48-yard line. We'll wait on the marker.
Face mask, Raceland, according to the official.
Yep. So it's coming back.
Oh, holding, my bad.
So that is a tough break for the Cubs there. Would have been a long touchdown run by the quarterback. Instead, it is a very costly penalty. Back to the story about Coach Dugas. So I was trying to book him to the sports corner, and I said, Coach, are you good to come on radio at 11? And he said, yes, sir. And then I replied back. I said, okay, looking forward to it. Thank you very much, all that good stuff. Then he replied back to me a couple minutes later. He said, AM or PM? So the fact that he was willing to come on at 11 p.m. tells you everything that
whatever
you need
it takes.
to know. Yeah. Here it'll be 2nd and 12.
Didn't he come on a post-game show in Thibodaux after the lights were going off and the crowd was gone?
Yep, sure did. Left from his coach's office, came back into the stadium, climbed up the bleachers, and spent about an hour with us. 2nd and 12 for the Cubs here. 1:36 to go in the third. Foray just scampered into the end zone, but it was negated by a penalty. But Raceland starting to get some running lanes. Foray under pressure, looking to throw. He's hit as he throws, shoots it down the field, caught. Really nice pitch and catch there. Number 12 on the grab, Hester. Couple of Lions in coverage. 13 maybe mistimed the jump, Maddox Vegas. He was there, just kind of mistimed his pursuit.
Beautiful pass.
Foray could play. He's got a really nice arm. We saw a lot of that passing skill even last year. And there he was under duress and made the play.
With a minute plus, a minute 10 left, this could be a backbreaker.
See if the Lions could stiffen up and try to get a stop. Smith might be getting a carry here to try to negate that. Foray will keep it on the right side. Working the middle, drops the ball. The Lions are trying to fall on it, and they did. Wow. It looked like Raceland was going to drive the knife in. Foray loses the ball in open field. Kylan Kiger dives on it, and that is a huge turnover.
8 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter, but 8 minutes and 51 seconds of football.
Man.
The Lions dodged a bullet.
Yes, they did. Don't know that they would have been able to come back from multiple scores down, but now they've got it just 6 points down. They got a long way to go. Let's see if their offense could find a little rhythm here. That Raceland defense has been Johnny on the spot all night. It's a little outside run, looking for a block, gets it. Turning up the field across the 20, still driving. Across the 30, getting a first down on the left sideline, Kylan Kiger. And that is a first down, gain of about 15.
He fought off a tough tackler and was able to break loose.
So Golden Meadow starting to try to flip that momentum back in the late stages of the third quarter.
Looking at 34 seconds and counting.
There's a very good chance this will be the last play of the third quarter. From a wishbone set. Davis gets the snap. Hands it to Guidry, bouncing outside, turning up the field, stacked up hard by number 13 of the Cubs, Traquan Smith. We've got an injured Lion. Slow getting up. Looks like maybe number 5, Kiger.
He's wobbling around like he's got the wind knocked out of him.
The teams will retreat to their sidelines with 4 seconds to go in the third. Go get a little coaching. There's a 1-yard gain on the play. If the officials ruled him inbounds, I don't know what the call was on the run. If they ruled him inbounds, it'll be the end of the third quarter, but there's only 4 seconds left.
Fans, we would like to thank all the following South Coos area businesses and individuals for being a recognized partner in education.
It's number 1, the injured player. That is Davis. It's a little awkward to see a quarterback go down on a run play. I don't know if after the handoff maybe he was trying to go pitch a block. But Golden Meadow may be playing without their starting quarterback for a play or two. And I bet you Coach Brunet is hoping they ruled his running back inbound so they could get to the quarter break and get their quarterback back in if he's okay.
Fourth quarter, that means that you need to contact someone for a ride home. Now is the time to do it.
Davis kind of shaking his head. They'll wind it. That will be the end of the third quarter. Raceland 6, Golden Meadow 0. Put on your seatbelts. We got 8 minutes to go in a 1-score game. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB.
0.
From their own 33. I do not see one, Jacob Davis, out there. We'll try to get you an idea on the new quarterback. Davis is trying to get stretched and loose. Got dinged a little bit on that last play. They're in the huddle. Can't quite make out the quarterback. Try to get you an ID. They're in an I set.
He's on the center.
Strong side of the field to the right. Looks like maybe 9, but I'll tell you for sure. Yep, it is 9. It's a handoff to Plaisance. Getting an initial surge across the 35. They're still pushing. Gets to about the 38. Got about 6. New quarterback is Mason Didon. Raceland pulled out the ball, but it was after the whistle had blown. So 3rd down and 3. Didon getting the call from Coach Brunet. Know this, he's not a big kid, but if he's a Didon, he's tough as nails. They all are. Strong side of the field to the right. Waiting on the snap. Oh, lost the snap, and I think the Lions fell on it, but it was a costly one, because now they'll burn it down, or it'll be 4th down.
Elbow snap, recovered by quarterback number 9, Mason Didon.
I don't want to say that's expected, but the high probability of dropping it with the new quarterback.
Now it creates a huge play, 6:40 and counting. You don't know how many more times Golden Meadow will get the football. It is 4th and 4.
You got to go for it.
Can the Cubs stay disciplined and stay on sides here? Because you know they're going to be trying the hard count. In an I form look, strong side of the field to the right. Got to get to the 42. They are at the 38. And Coach Brunet will call a timeout, make sure that they're organized. We'll take it with them. 1 minute break. Golden Meadow calls a timeout before a big fourth down play. We'll be back in 1 minute on KLEB. Fourth down play, the line of Jacob Davis back out there. 4th and 4. The injured quarterback has returned. Strong side of the field still to the right. It is a single back set. 3 tight ends to the right side of the formation bunched up. Play action. Davis under duress. Spins out of it. Nope, he's dropped. Tried to spin out of it. Got sacked by number 65, Devontae Morris. And the Cubs will take over at the Lions' 30-yard line.
30 yards away from pay dirt with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left.
And that was one that would be frustrating to Coach Brunet because, again, looking down the field, they had guys open. They just are not able to keep the quarterback upright enough to look down the field. So Raceland will be trying to add on. If they could get another score here, it greatly increases their likelihood of winning this ball game.
Looks like Raceland brought a nice little crowd.
Yep, they sure did.
Well, as expected, a decent home crowd from Golden Meadow.
Foray and Smith in the gun. Foray rolls out to the left, looking to run, has a big seam. 20, 15. Can anybody stop him? He's hit hard at the 8, still driving, and he'll get into the end zone. Wow. I thought he was dropped at the 8. I thought he was dropped at the 5, and he just kept chugging. Foray gets into the end zone. 33 for Golden Meadow. Carter Plazos met him and was worse for the wear. He's a little slow getting up. And the Cubs grab control of this game. It's 12-0.
He kept spinning on every hit.
So a great individual effort that time from the Cubs quarterback. And with 5:56 to go, Raceland goes up a couple scores.
Again, the all-important 2-point conversion.
The last time they were lunging out, trying to get a score. Just couldn't quite punch it in. Foray gets the snap. Will look to throw out to the flats. Oh, he dropped it. He was wide open. 23 was Thomas, but it fell right through his hands. So Raceland adds 6. There's 5:52 to go in the game. It's 12-0 Cubs. We'll be back in 1 minute. Golden Meadow trying to answer here on KLEB. After the long 4A touchdown run, the Lions going to try to answer. 5:52 is a lot of time, but boy, when you're down 2 scores in a middle school game, it's tough. The ball will be given to the Raceland kicker. That is, looks like Learett will get the turn. 4A will get a break. He's played just about every snap of the game, including the kickoffs. Now he will get a breather, and it'll be Brexton Learett who will be kicking it away. Not a bad kick. Bounce at the 30-yard line. The Lions will work it up the field. 35, tripped up at the 39-yard line. As Vegas on the return. So time is not the friend of the Lions here. And especially not when it's running after a kickoff, as the clock is running.
They haven't stopped it.
Now the officials will get him to stop it. 5:29 to go. And the Lions get a big play. That'll be the big test. They have gotten some first downs, but just no big explosive play yet. And Coach Wiltz will call a timeout. Let's count them. 3. Oh, they had 10 on the field. They had 12 a couple times. They had 11 most of the time, but that time they had 10. And Coach Wiltz will call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. It's 12-0 Cubs here on Coastal Broadcasting. Golden Meadow will play it after the Raceland timeout. 1st and 10. Cubs do have 11 out there this time. Davis will hand it the plays on his big gain. Driving across the 45 to midfield. That's a gain of 11, and that is an explosive play. And that was a Golden Meadow offensive line that fired out right there. Gain of 11.
Good blocking, opened up the hole, and a lot of speed going through it.
So the Lions got to play with a little fire here. 5:20 and counting on a rolling clock. 50 yards to go. You got to get that first score early. Davis back in the ball game. I form set, strong side of the field to the left. Handed the plays on us. Nice. See him again. Dives across the 45 to the 43. Gain of 7. Coach Brunet will be saying to himself, guys, where has this been? Because they have been opening up some big old holes in the last 2 snaps.
They've got the speed, their play calling.
You're right. They are going in the huddle and losing some time. 4:40 and counting. Second down and 4. Staying in the eye. They've been going off right tackle. Do they try it again? This time they go off left tackle. Good penetration by the Cubs. And we have a face mask, I think, at the end. They threw him for a loss of a couple, but it looked like that head ducked down, which is a usual face mask. And, nope, a hold. My apologies. I put the cart before the horse. Thought it was a mask. It was a hold. So now does Coach Wiltz want the penalty? Does he want the down? He is going to want the penalty. They had lost 3 on the play, so it was a legitimate question. But knowing he's up 2 scores, he says, hey, I want to back them up, make them use as much time as they have to get this first score.
4:20 left in the contest.
Now 2nd and 14. Davis hands it off to Plaisance. Not much, maybe a gain of 2. Big number 13 for the Cubs. Guess who? Traquan Smith. We've called out his name a ton tonight on both ends of the ball. And we have an injured Cub and an injured Lion.
Injured Lion on the field.
So 2 ways we got injuries here. We got a Cub and a Lion. The Cub has just hopped up. That was Hester. The Lion remains on the turf. We'll check that out. With 4:07 to go, looks like he has popped up and will be okay. It is maybe number 12, it looks like. That'd be Parrish Ducey Jr. Yep. Parrish is a tough kid. Trying to hang in that arm a little bit. Maybe got hit in the funny bone. I was talking once to Amik Robertson, who plays in the NFL, and he said that in his rookie training camp with the Raiders, he got hit in the funny bone by a helmet and could not feel his hand for 6 days.
Wow.
Cannot imagine this.
But some big betas.
Yes.
You're playing against a different breed of humans.
Yeah, me and you, we hit our funny bone on the end of the kitchen table. They're getting hit by a 300-pound guy, helmet to funny bone, going 20 miles an hour.
Ouch.
Third down and 12 for Golden Meadow in desperate need of some points. Down 12-0 with 4:07 to go.
3rd and 12.
Hand off to Plaisance. Drives across the 50 and will be stacked up at the 48. Not a bad gain, but he is not near the first down stick, so it'll be 4th and 8.
A lot of pressure to pick up these 8 yards.
Yep, Raceland is going to be in total control if they could get a stop here.
3:40 and counting, Coach.
Coach Brunet relaying his signal to Jacob Davis.
That huddle is costing way too much time.
Yeah, the lines are being very methodical. We're all the way down to 3:20. 4th and 8. High form set. It's a little outside run, trying to turn the corner without luck. Big slam down to the turf. Guess who? Number 13, Traquan Smith. He's been all over the field. And the ball carrier for Golden Meadow is still down with 3:02 to go. That might be one where he fell on the ball. Number 4, Kylan Kiger, and it looks like maybe just got his wind cut for just a second. Looked like he got thrown right onto the football. Yeah, arms in the air. That's usually got my wind taken from me.
Get some air in them lungs.
Now Raceland will be looking to salt this one down. They'll have it at the Golden Meadow 44.
You got to hope that the Lions don't give up and give up an easy score. Put up a fight till the end. 3 minutes, 2 seconds left.
It is a little bit of a short week for Golden Meadow. They will be playing on Tuesday next week against Sixth Ward. And we saw last night, you can't sleep on Sixth Ward. They've got some guys. The Cubs trying to just get a first down or two and salt this thing away.
I was going to say, they were 2 players short and they came on late, the Lions.
4A with Smith. They'll hand it to Smith, picking through the line, and will be driving his legs inside the 40, still pumping to near the 35.
Number 13.
And the clock will continue to move. 2:45 and counting. The Cubs will be in no hurry.
For the Cubs.
Is that Allen or
Yeah,
Rammel?
Rammel
Rammel
going in.
Checking in.
53-70 coming out.
Big Ryder Duce, big Javen Allen checking out.
30.
30 Wyatt Gilbo. Called out his name several times tonight. 2nd and 1, 2:20 and counting. The Cubs are in control, looking to get to 1-0 in the young season. Oh, that's a false start. Yeah, it is. There's a little hesitation by the official there, but it was a false start. Thomas moved forward before the snap.
Legal procedure on the line.
You can move side to side. You can't move north to south. And that little flinch is going to cost them 5 yards. They'll walk that back.
He lost 5 yards.
Thank our middle school sponsors one more time. Lafourche Parish Fire District number 3. GIS, putting people first. PMC Insurance. Rev, the official internet service provider for KLB Streaming. Ontario, Douay, Ontario, making insurance easy since 1957. We've had a couple of injury timeouts tonight. Those are all brought to you by Thibodaux Regional Medical Center. Clock is stopped after the penalty. Raceland will hand it to Smith, trying to bounce off tackle. Don't get out of bounds if you're Smith. He's trying to stay in. Nope, and he will. The officials will stop the clock because there's an injured line, but I do think Smith stayed in bounds. And this is one for Golden Meadow, frankly, that just can't end soon enough. Feels like every snap there's an injured lion now.
Golden Meadow looks like they've got a bunch of number 2s in, second stringers in, and that big bruising running back is inflicting pain.
He's a good player, and we was mentioning when we were during one of the commercials that they just kind of remind you of Assumption from a couple seasons ago when they had Reese Turner and the big Jacobs kid. You got a big, strong quarterback. You got a big, strong running back. You could ride those guys a long way. Assumption rode them all the way to the quarterfinals.
Coach Will.
Yep.
Will Broussard.
The Trent Duval Assumption coaches interview every Tuesday with Will Broussard. I know he looks forward to that. Looks like 34. Jason Rojo is the injured Lion.
24, Andrew LaFleur.
Coach Brunet was having a brief conversation with Coach Wiltz after that last play. I'm not exactly sure what that was about. I think Coach Brunet may have told the officials, hey, let's roll this thing and let's get home. Fortunately, it does look like Rojo is okay.
Probably told the coach I have my number 2s in, but racing coach says that's all I have.
Yeah, you got 26, 27 guys. I don't know if they got 2s. And that was one of the challenges that Coach Wiltz was telling us about today on play-by-play. He said, man, we can't do much scrimmaging. Who the heck are we going to scrimmage against? So this is a Raceland team extremely talented, but boy, they better stay healthy because they do not have a big roster for sure. There's the whistle. It'll be 3rd and short. 1:55 on the clock. Quarterback keeper trying to bounce outside. It's a new quarterback in the game. I don't know that he got the first down. Number 10 is the quarterback. That is Chanson Punch. He got about a yard. It'll bring up 4th and 1.
Judah Boggs.
Clock will continue to run. Judah Boggs made the stop.
At this time, anyone needing a ride after the game, if you need to call home.
So if Raceland gets the first down here, it'll be victory formation time with that clock rolling. If Golden Meadow could get a stop, they'll maybe run a play or two. But it will be the Cubs that will get the victory here tonight with 1:16 and counting. We've been seeing some teams at the high school level try the old tush push here, mimicking those Philadelphia Eagles. And the Cubs look like they're doing the same. Yep. Quarterback sneak, they're pushing. I don't think he got it because he didn't get much of a push. I think the Lions are going to get this ball back with 51 seconds to go. Yep, they'll turn it back over to the Lions. So good pride by that Golden Medal defense, as Truck said, not just surrendering a late score and playing to the final whistle.
Awesome effort by the Lions.
Golden Medal will be taking on Sixth Ward on Tuesday of next week. That's the next time we'll see them. We'll have LCO on Thursday of next week. I want to say facing Thibodeau Middle. I think we're making 2 trips to Thibodeau next week.
Right. That was one of the concerns Coach Derek had, was playing today or tonight and having to play early. How much practice do you get in the week?
Raceland will call a timeout. We're not going to take it because we're going to have our very brief post game.
Very.
Truck says emphasis on very.
I'm trying to save my body for Friday.
I understand, boss. Golden Meadow will have another snap or two. Looks like both teams are going to have their second unit out there. And for Raceland, boy, you could see the size drop off. There's some little guys out there, some 6th graders coming into the game. But that's the thing about 6th graders. They hit a growth spurt and become big old 8th graders before you know it.
Never underestimate the size of the hearts.
Yep. Golden Meadow has D-Dawn back in there, quarterback. We've seen him a little bit today with the...
That's Devin's boy?
I think it is. I think it is. Be an inside handoff to, I believe, Alamal, getting a little surge there. I think that was Ace. Ace Alamal wants to do for a living what I'm doing right now. He wants to be a broadcaster. I told him, buddy, stay with it. You never know what might happen. 2nd and 8. Don't know that the Lions necessarily have to run another play. With that clock running inside of 20 seconds, I think they'll get one more snap here. Number 2 will be the up back. That's Graham Wagasback. Let's see if he gets a touch. 8 seconds to go and counting. It will be an outside run, picking through the line and driving near the 35. That's number 15 for the Lions, Brock Bruce. And that's a wrap. Raceland gets a 12-0 win over Golden Meadow. They get all of the points in the second half, take care of business, and get to 1-0. The Cubs got a big performance from Traquan Smith, a big performance from Chanson Foray, and for Golden Meadow, just some missed opportunities along the way that thwarted their efforts to score. Congratulations to Coach Wiltz and his guys, and for our crew working the cameras and Luke in the studio, Jerry Gisclair to my left. This is Casey Gisclair signing off. We're going to have a night off tomorrow, but boy, the lights are going to be on Friday because the Tarpons will be taking on Pearl River. Raceland gets a 12-0 win here tonight, guys. Y'all take care. Thanks for listening to KLAB. All right.
Thank you all for coming out. Y'all have a safe trip home.